All they keep trying to silence me as a military combat veteran. I'm telling you, if this has got to be my last dying words on my deathbed, do not let your babies join this war.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across these stitches of mine for you, and I thought to share where veterans are all out telling people, warning people not to send their kids to W.a.r. Lovelies, they gave reasons why they actually feel you shouldn't send your loved ones. They gave reasons why they actually feel that you shouldn't go out there fighting for these politicians who have nothing to lose, but you are the one to lose it all. Anyway, lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts.
All they keep trying to silence me as a military combat veteran. I'm telling you, if this has got to be my last dying words on my deathbed, do not let your babies join this war. Because myself and 5 of my own buddies, I'm gonna tell you, one of them, he came back. He seemed all right on the outside, but he took his wife out and then drove off to a furniture store because the cops was heading after him. Locked himself in a closet, and then he took himself out. I had another buddy, came back. He seemed all right too. Then his wife woke up in the middle of the night whenever she heard the door creak open. He had a bottle of Hennessy in one hand, and you know what, in his right. He took himself out right there in front of her. Newborn baby. Had another one, wife cheat on him. He kept reaching out to me. I didn't know what to say. He took himself out too. This Iraq war, this Iran war, they ain't nothing but the same monster with a different face. They ain't gonna take care of your babies. They ain't gonna take care of your babies out there. Y'all need to hear me. Y'all need to spread this. I ain't putting nothing negative out here, y'all. I'm telling you the truth. Spread it like wildfire, because it needs to be said. Ain't nothing wrong with our freedom over here that we gotta go over there. Ain't nothing wrong over here but greed, chasing after money and oil. Don't you let your babies do what I did. Because when they get out, after they have taught you how to become the thing that helps to do the mission, they don't teach you how to be you no more. You forget who you is. I don't know if I'll ever remember who I was. Y'all, they keep trying to silence me as a military combat veteran. I'm telling
why the fuck would anyone go to war for you? I'm a 100% disabled fucking veteran. And guess what they do when you get out? First they break you down and they brainwash you. And then they tell you, hey, you're a soldier now. You're an airman now. You're a Marine now. You're a sailor now. Stand with pride in your uniform that costs like $800 that you have to pay out of your own paycheck. They don't just give it to you. You gotta pay for it. And then after they brainwash you, they throw you the fuck in the trash. Nobody wants to go to war for you. You don't take care of the American people. You don't take care of the service members. And by God, you goddamn it, don't fucking take care of the veterans. Fuck you!
If you're a combat veteran like I am, or you have any respect for soldiers and service members, you need to hear what just came out of Fearless Leader's face.
I decided to go to Iraq, and I flew to Iraq. I was extremely brave. In fact, so brave I wanted to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor. I said to my people, am I allowed to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor? And you know, I've given out so many to guys that are seriously brave. I mean, they come in with the arms are missing, the legs are missing, the stories are so unbelievable. And I said, no, it's a little stretch if I gave myself one of them. But it's one of those things. Someday I'm going to try. I'm going to test the law. Brandon, I'm going to say, let's give it a shot. Maybe I'll win in court after everyone sues me, if the radical left lunatics sue me.
If you don't see the problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, he's joking. This man doesn't make jokes. And if he was joking, he wouldn't have said all the things that he said at the end. And even if he is joking, that is in total disrespect to every single person that has ever won the Congressional Medal of Honor, that has ever been awarded that honor because of something that they did. Oh, I flew to Iraq. I was so brave. You know what? I was there too. I got shot at. And it's no big deal to me, because there are people that have been through far worse and been in far worse situations than I was ever in. I've had my fair share of combat, and I would never make that joke. Ever. Because the people that earn Congressional Medals of Honor have done extraordinary things. And to even joke that you're going to give yourself one simply because you went to a place? Complete and total disrespect. And then goes on to say that anybody who has a problem with him doing it is a radical left lunatic that's going to sue him. We'll try it one day. We might try it one day. Maybe I'll win in court afterwards. That's how I know he's not joking. Y'all said he was joking about the Peace Prize thing, and look how that turned out. I don't care. Like a lot of the videos that I have made about a lot of the stuff that he has said and done, I don't care which side of the aisle you are on. This is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay behavior. It's not okay for the President of the United States to say. It's completely disrespectful. I don't know. I don't understand how anybody can support him at this point. If you're a combat veteran like I am, or you have any respect for soldiers and service members, you need to hear what just came out of Fearless Leader's face.
I decided to go to Iraq, and I flew to Iraq. I was extremely brave. In fact, so brave I wanted to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor. I said to my people, am I allowed to give myself the Congressional Medal of Honor? And you know, I've given out so many to guys that are seriously brave. I mean, they come in with the arms are missing, the legs are missing, the stories are so unbelievable. And I said, no, it's a little stretch if I gave myself one of them. But it's one of those things. Someday I'm going to try. I'm going to test the law.
Sending our troops to Iran and sending them to war. There's a lot of videos of service members that are posting things online that don't agree with what's going on, that don't agree with the troops that are being sent to Iran, etc. I'm going to say it the
Take it from an Army brat when I say there is no such thing as returning from war. Both of my parents are 100% permanently disabled Army veterans. You know, my mom got out sooner than my dad did, but ended up with the same result. You know? A lifetime of disability. Some of our sponsors, they come back animated, intact. But most of them, they're broken. You know, their hearts, their minds, their spirits, crushed, crippled. Because that's what conflict does to humans. And there is no amount of money, no amount of pension they can pay these veterans, no amount of care they can offer through the VA health system to fix the things they break when they send other people's people to wars they insist we wage, because they will not send their own. They will not send their sons and daughters, their nieces and nephews, their mothers and fathers, their brothers and their sisters. They don't. They send ours. The poor, the marginalized, the disenfranchised, you know? Who are enlisting in hopes that they can build a foundation upon which their children and grandchildren can continue to build on top of, because this country gives them no other choice. You know? And this time, on the words of a draft dodger, a man who could not be bothered to serve his country when it called for him. No, that's only for us, right? I just watched them snap a Marine's arm in half. Yeah, because he dared to stand up and say, we do not want to send our sons and daughters into this unnecessary conflict, you know? They snapped his arm in half in the jam of a door because they would rather take him out of that hall in pieces than let him speak. I watched my father leave, come back, leave, come back, leave, come back. Intact each time, but a little different. Until one day he was completely unrecognizable. You know, and I do not blame him for some of this, some of what he has to carry, because it is men like this, men like Trump, men like Hegseth, who sent him into conflict and broke him. And he cannot be a good father to his children. He cannot be a present grandfather to my sons or my nephews. You know? And no one talks about us. No one thinks about us, the families that are destroyed. Because we cannot imagine a world in which we don't reign supreme. We do not exercise unchecked dominion. The same words that were being preached in pulpits throughout my childhood. Every time men like these wanted to send my people into conflicts for other similarly bloodthirsty nations, quoting at me Revelation and Daniel and the like. Because they do not serve a God of love, a God of peace. They serve a God of war, a God of violence. Hell, the violence itself is proof that God exists. You know, it is his primary way that he makes himself known in the midst of his people, strikes awe in the hearts of his enemies. You know? This is not a distraction. This is what they've always wanted. They've been brainwashing people in pulpits, on TV screens, for decades, because this is what they wanted. I got a call because I still have to go to work, you know? But this is what they wanted. To pull Armageddon down from heaven onto earth. Because they believe themselves to be anointed as kings and priests of this earth. Hell will never be hot enough for these people.
So I'm a veteran of the Iraq War. I was under fire for 6 months. And I'm going to share one of my stories with you guys. This story is deeply personal to me and my wife. And I think it's important for me to get it off my chest. It's going to help me heal. With that being said, please listen with kindness, and viewer discretion is advised. During the war in Iraq, indirect fire attacks were the mainstream for insurgents. What that means is that they would have rockets or mortars. They would get into a launching position, shoot, and then run away before anybody could see them. When I say I was under fire for 6 months, that's exactly what I mean. It was under rocket and mortar fire for 6 months. My now wife and I used to Skype every day. When it was 6 a.m. in Virginia, it was 6 p.m. in Iraq. So in the morning, we would Skype, we would just listen to each other or just spend time to each other. And at night before I went to bed, we would do the exact same thing. This event happened in the morning. I was listening to music, Metallica in particular, and my wife was just sitting on Skype watching, listening, spending time with each other. All of a sudden, I saw papers on my desk just kind of rise up. And I had enough time to kind of look to see what was actually happening. And I remember thinking, contemplating, what's going on with these papers? It almost seemed like those papers were floating for 30 seconds or more. But in reality, it was milliseconds. I was listening to Metallica, like I said, and the volume was very loud. And it was still enough to hurt my ears. I just took a direct hit from a rocket or a mortar. I'm not sure which one to this day. The papers flew off my desk. My wife heard and saw what happened, and I had to get up to go handle the situation. I have an image that I'm going to put in the comment section of when we geared up to go and look for unexploded ordnance in our general area, because we just took a hit and we don't know if there are duds that came with that. I didn't come back to Skype and talk to my wife for a full day. She thought something terrible happened to me. For the longest time, I felt like my service was not enough, because all I had was a rocket or a mortar that hit my location, on top of rockets and mortars that were over my head. And so many veterans have seen so much worse. It's something that I've been struggling with ever since I got out of the military. This channel, politics, this is my therapy. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for listening.
Like, seriously, lovelies. I like the fact that veterans are coming out to speak out. Because, just reading me this man, right, comfortably started what he knew deep inside of him that he can handle. He started what he knew that he can handle. Instead of him to focus more on what is on the ground, like his present issue, on how he has promised to liberate everyone, not only his own, but liberate everyone, you know. But no, this man decided that he was going to take upon himself to do something on behalf of the Israeli government, right? And not only did he do what he did that, then looking for some people to go help him fix it. Another fact that these veterans are standing up, speaking up, and trying to, like, make the public know. There is this particular stage I saw, which I was not even able to put it up here because I don't know if it's going to be taken or not. This veteran were saying, challenging some group of these politicians, asking them a simple question. He was like, why would you want them to go fight for, mind you, they are fighting for Israel, not even America. And this man was asking this question. Do you know what happened? He was dragged out from the conference room. Not only was he dragged out, he broke his hand, I think. He broke his hand because they were forcing him out from the conference. I wasn't able to stitch it because that video was like, it was just enough. I had enough, He was pushed out because he was calling out the sins of these people. These people at the top that feels that they are the top. They wouldn't send their own children. They won't send their own offspring. They won't send them. They will look for people that they can use for an scapegoat. And all they could do is to come out and say, oh, let's pray. Let me tell you, lovelies, anybody that is gone is gone. It is the person that allow him or herself to be used that lose. The win is your win. Personal win. You know, allegedly. Because at the end of the day, you will be gone and forgotten. Like they forget the way at which these people forget about people that use their life as a shield or sacrificial lamb is so alarming. Like if they even stand up for you, like stand up, pray for you, and you are gone. Like you're not even going to be mentioned anymore. So what is the essence? Why wouldn't they go to the front line? The more people begin to wake up and see how these people are using them, I think the world might actually be a better place. I left a stage on my TikTok handle. Please, if you don't, you're not following me, I'm on TikTok, Belinda Stranad. I left a comment right up, and I was asking if this W.a.r. was meant to be a mandatory thing for the rich billionaire children to go to this W.a.r. Do you even think that there will be any sort of war? They won't. Let us assume that anytime there is any form of W.a.r., the people who are mandated to go there is supposed to be the children of the elites. Do you think that there will be anything like a W.a.r.? They wouldn't, because nobody wants his or her own to lose. No mother will give birth to a child and want the child to go out there in the disguise of what? And no father. We want that. So these millionaires, billionaires, have you ever actually saw them or seen them sending their children out to go do these things, to go clear the bushes? It's always people that they feel they are right to go sacrifice their life, and after which maybe they will give their family money or their friends money or what have you. You know, those are the kind of people we have on this earth. Selfish people that feels that you are mandatory to go and sacrifice yourself. So far, you are going to be giving some funds, or your family are going to be compensated with monetary compensation. They actually thought it's all about money. If not, why are they not sending their own offspring? I like the fact that these veterans are waking up, opening people's eyes to stand up and think before they do anything. Anyway, lovelies, and just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, lovelies. If you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovelies, and I upload the next one. So please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do that. Like, and I will see you, lovelies, and I upload the next one.